Hi everyone. So welcome to this quick live stream that I'm doing today. What it is about P5 JS implementation into your Webflow project. And if you have seen the clonable project before, you get to kind of get an idea of what the P5 JS library can do. So you have all this interactive stuff that you can add to your project. It's really pretty cool. And so what today we're going to do is just show you how to utilize the library JavaScript and how to create a 3D implementation based on an example that they provide. So let's jump into where we can find this library, and then we'll jump into our Webflow project. Alrighty, so if you go to p5js here.org, this is where you can locate the library and also where you can find how to add it into your Webflow project. I believe you can also, if I go to cdn.js.com and I put in P5, you can locate the library there as well. And this is where we can actually grab the library JS. So if I grab this here, just click on copy. Now I'm going to jump right into an empty Webflow project. And what I'm going to do here is simply add this script to the page settings. I'm going to go down here to custom code, script, source equals, and then closing the script, and then adding this library here. Awesome. So then the next thing we want to do is initialize our implementation. But before we do that, let's take a look at the example that we're going to use. So if we go into Webflow, into p5.js and take a look at, I believe, a reference, and actually it's examples. And this is, if we scroll down to 3D, this is what we're going to add into our project. So what you can actually do is just simply grab this item here if you want. And I believe, oh, this is a different one. So that's one that is already available for clone. Is then add an additional script, add the example function, which is this, copy, and then paste it in between, then close my script tag, save, publish, and then let's take a look here. I think I need to imagine if I inspect the element, getting an error of unexpected identifier. I believe I need to double check. Let me see here. Let's double check. Didn't grab the fn function. There we go. Add that there. Always got to keep an eye out when copying and pasting. Now refresh. There we go. So now we've simply added this example to our page. And now let's take a look at some of the features of this code here. So as you can see here, this function creates the canvas, which is 710 pixels by 400 with the WebGL feature. And then there's this entire sign frame count that makes this whole interaction possible. And if you want to learn more about how to really control your P5JS implementation, feel free to go to p5js.org/learn. Now, one more trick that I'm going to show you is how to control where this canvas is going to be placed. And I just quickly learned this previously, so what I'm going to do is look at what I did and add it into our project. And I'll explain what this is once I paste it. Alrighty, so we're going to take this variable here, my canvas, and we're going to put this canvas inside a parent element. We're going to name this parent element container. This container is going to have a created canvas within it that is going to have a width of window width, a height of window height. And this function here is going to allow that canvas to resize based on the window width and window height. All right, so I've added that in. Now let's place our parent element. So we're going to put our parent element, which is just simply this div block, and we're going to give it the ID of, I believe it was my container. So now once I publish this, access the page, you'll notice that it now, this interaction or the P5JS library, this example covers the entire page. And if we look and inspect the element, we'll note that it is within my container. Now there's a few other items that you can use to control, and there's so many different examples that you can utilize. Feel free to take a look at this. So many cool things, from having sound effects, different interactions. The P5JS library is really cool. Feel free to take a look. Yes, this was a short live stream just to kind of give you an idea of what cool stuff can be created. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for spending a couple minutes with me. It's always extremely humbling, and I definitely appreciate your time. And if you haven't done so, please go ahead and create an account with Webflow, get started, and begin tinkering and making your own websites really cool. One thing that I'd like to remind you is that sharing is caring. So if you have any thing that you've come across that you are now implementing into your Webflow project, feel free to share it on the forums. It always allows us to grow as a community and continue to push this thing that we're enjoying called Webflow forward. So hope you have a great evening and have a great one. See you.